Hi everyone, it's Happymailqueen. Today I thought we'd go ahead and do a little quick tutorial. As I had mentioned on Instagram, I had shared these cute little dangles. They're just little ribbon charms, Halloween style. And I thought we'd go ahead and just do a quick tutorial, just in case some of you guys may want to create some. Now, I did get a question about did I use paper? I actually used these faux leather from Hobby Lobby, which to me, I think they're vinyl. This one right here for sure I know is vinyl because I had gotten a roll of that from, I can't remember if it was from Hobby Lobby. And, but anything that is fabric-like will work as long as it doesn't fray. But you can also use paper if you want. Just depends on what you're going for. So like I said, this one here, I think this is like a table runner that I had bought on clearance or something, and I liked that it was gold and that it was vinyl, so I went ahead and purchased it, and I just thought I would go ahead and make bows out of them, and so far so good. Okay, so you'll need some jump rings. As you can see here, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 jump rings on each of these. It just depends on how much you want dangling from the bow. You'll need some charms, so any charms will do, whatever you want to create. I got most of my charms from, let's see, from Michael's, from Joann's, from Amazon. These are from Amazon. So today, though, instead of using gold hardware, we're going to go ahead and use silver. And so this I recommend, actually. You can buy this on Amazon. It's $8.99, and with free shipping if you have Prime. And what's nice about this is it does come in different sizes. Like these are teeny tiny. They're probably 4 millimeter. I think it's anywhere from 4 millimeter to 10 or 12 millimeter. So I believe I used up all my 12 millimeters, so this is actually a 10 millimeter one. And then it also comes with some clasps. I've refilled this because I did use up all of it already, because I've had this for, I don't know, a year or two ago. 19 gauge, and then these are probably 20 gauge. So the lower the number, the thicker it is, actually. Then you'll need some tools, so you want to make sure you have some of these pliers that you can pretty much get anywhere, any craft section. Oh, of course you need a bow die or however you make your bow. This is I just called it a tiny bow, but it's a small bow that it's a steel rule die. If you don't have a steel rule die though, and you do have one of these 3D bows that's small enough, I think I said this measured what, 1 inch by 1.5, 1 1/4 maybe, or 1.5 inch. You can still use your thin dies, but you can run it through, and then if it doesn't cut all the way through, just follow it along with your scissors. So just use some fabric scissors. And so I've cut my piece already. So this is the faux leather that I bought from Hobby Lobby. And then what you want to do is you can glue it with Fabri-Tac. You'll need to cut your pieces, and I'm not going to use the tail, so I just need the band that goes around it like that. So you can glue it. However, sometimes I like to sew it, just because sometimes it does want to, you know, sometimes the glue doesn't stay, and so Sometimes I do like to reinforce it with just a little bit of thread, but we can also glue. Let's see, we'll glue the center. Let me show you. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue, as you can see there, just in the center, just to keep this on there so that it doesn't move around on us. Okay, just hold it like that for a second. And I'm using Fabri-Tac. This Helmar craft glue, it's hard to find now, but what I do is I just refill this because I like the spout of it, because it's a twist close and twist open. So I do like to use, or to refill the bottle, but this is Fabri-Tac inside, just because I can't find this glue anymore. But Fabri-Tac is what I would recommend if you're using glue. This one actually is pretty good, this faux leather. So far it stays, but I don't know how long it will last. So, you know, because sometimes the weather can also cause it to come apart, but you can just sew a little bit, like just sew in the middle on the side, because I'm not gonna do the middle. I'm gonna do the side, I should just say, in the middle, but on the side. That makes sense there. And I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna make a little, I'm gonna put my needle through in between there like that, just so it'll hold. And then I'm gonna do that one more time. And you can use whatever thread you want, really. It's not gonna show because you're gonna cover it with the belt around it. But you can also use, if you have like this nice metallic thread, this one's holographic, so it kind of matches this. You could also go all the way around it and cover it. So you can do this. If you like that look. If you're, you know, gonna put a center on it anyway, you can do that, and that'll hold it in place. Or you can just kind of just sew it. But anyway, since we have it like that, I'll go ahead and just go ahead and make sure that's nice and secure. So I'm just gonna I think that'll be okay. All right, now go ahead and cut that. I'm just gonna snip some of this. And let's go ahead and put this over it so you don't see it. So see how that covers it? But if you do like that look, you can leave it. I'm gonna cover mine. And sometimes I'll even sew the little belt. Like I'll sew here. I'll sew here and here. I'll sew these two together, because that can come apart too. So I'll just glue it right now. Okay, and then you can just kind of put something heavy on it right now. Let's see, let me put this on it. All right, now we can work on our jump rings. So you want to at least get 2 big ones, and it depends on your belt. So this one's thin. You can see this one is a thicker belt. This one's a thinner belt. So I can probably get away with even this size right here, which is probably like a 7 7mm one. So let's go ahead and try that. Let's see. So go ahead and open up your jump ring. You're gonna need at least two, one on top, one on the bottom, and then also a clasp. So I'll go ahead and hold that, and we're gonna put a clasp on top. So notice that I don't glue in the front, I only glue in the back. That way I can still slip this through. Okay. And then of course you want to put your clasp on there, and then you want to close it. Okay. So there you have that, and then you want to put another jump ring on the bottom. So you want to open this, and we're going to go ahead and put this through. And then let's figure out what we're going to use for the bottom. I'm going to leave that open right now and not close it yet. Okay, so you just choose your charms. Now I think with this one I'm going to use silver. So maybe even we can use a spider web. You can use earrings. You can take that off if you want. And then usually I like to put some kind of bead. Now since this, I'm going to put this on the bottom, I want some kind of bead in between. So you need something like a bead that has a loop on the top and a loop on the bottom, right? So let's go ahead and actually make one. So I'm going to take an eye pin, and I'm going to take one of my beads here. Let's see, should we do pink? Yeah, why not? Let's do pink. Let's do one of these. You can put this through. And now you need to create another loop on this end. And so I'm going to cut that down just a tad. Just a tad, maybe like this much off. And I'm going to take one of these round nose pliers and just go ahead and roll that until I get it closed like that. I'm gonna straighten it a little bit, you can, but like that is good. And then I like to just use a tiny jump ring. It's probably I would say this is a 4mm one. So this must be a 2mm. Yeah, this is probably a 4mm. I'll go ahead and attach that. I actually have a jump ring already here. Put this on there. You just want to make sure it hangs correctly so you can kind of test it out. So see how easy you can create something like that. Let's do one more, and I'm gonna go ahead and just take a ready-made bow that I have.